Hello and welcome to This Week in Wrestling. I am Jennifer from Cultaholic, and joining me today is Adam Andros.
Do the hustle! Almost forgot about that.
What's
You
that?
look shocked, woman with expressive face.
Why am I not invited?
Because you are not part of the Pachiti Tweds. We're the cool kids in town. You're a loser.
Sort of the boys around here. I don't know if you noticed, Jen, but kind of big deal.
Oh my gosh, can I jump
No.
in?
No. Pachiti Tweds does not include
We
the
could be
Jen.
like
Where would your arm
DNA.
go?
I'll be
Where
a
would-
trash to your
First of all, where would your name go?
Pachi Jen. Pachi.
So you just make a mess of
No.
it.
Pachiti
Oh, it's a
twins.
state. Let's just no.
Pachiti twins.
And then
Jen,
when
you
we do the arm thing, where would your arm go? Doesn't work three ways, does it?
I'll just cuddle.
Come
Aww.
around the back. No,
Right, go do
it's
it
just
again
not.
and I'll go. I'll just...
Do the hustle!
Oh, she's touching it. It's in the way. That's
Tricep
awkward.
meat.
It's awkward. That didn't work at
Okay,
all,
well.
Jen.
We'll just move on then, shall we? Heartbroken. I've never felt so alone. January the 28th, gentlemen. Let's go to 2007 and we've got two Royal Rumbles on this date, but we'll go to 2007 first. And this is when Undertaker would be your Royal Rumble winner.
He would make bloody history.
He would make history because he was the first man to win the Rumble at the 30 spot.
How did it take this long? 2007.
Seven.
It's the best position, right? Forget
Yeah.
all the number 27 bollocks, which is supposedly the actual best position. It's
The
not. It
lucky
should
number.
kayfabe. It should be 30, the freshest man.
It should be.
And then Undertaker, old man Taker, walks in, picks up the
Well,
win.
He wasn't quite old man Taker.
No,
yet.
I'm joking.
no, exactly.
He was
And
still 2 and a bit years away from WrestleMania, the first one.
Yeah, true.
so this is, in fact, let me think. Like, so it says here, like the number 30 has since produced 2 other winners. So it's
Triple
only been
H.
3 people. Yeah, and Cena, but it's only been 3 people from the number
That's
number
right.
30. So what? Number 27's got 4 or 5.
Number 27 at 4, I believe.
Is it 4?
He's got the most ever winners.
Yeah.
But does it now? Hasn't he been tied recently?
I've got no idea. I can't
With
keep
what?
up.
What was
30? 30
Nakamura?
would
Was
be-
Nakamura like 13, 14 last
You
year?
should know. You picked them.
I did, yeah.
I had the big dog. Oh.
Didn't work out. Thankfully.
Oh.
Nakamura winning? No,
Yeah,
not with the
like,
no.
I know. I was like purple.
Although a Roman win at that point wouldn't have sat right.
No,
either.
not yeah.
No, it would have been lovely.
All
I
right.
still won anyway. Who cares? Did I win that one?
I don't know.
I think I
Probably.
did. Was that not the street one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Probably.
Look at that. Like that.
They all blur into one stream of
They
misery.
do, but the 2007 will give it its due and make it stand out. So Undertaker would win this one and would then go on to face Batista at
Yeah,
that Mania, which also led to the Edge cash-in.
yeah.
Battle
was
of
all
the
good.
big cocks.
My goodness.
Likes his own tweets, though, Undertaker. Not very impressed.
It's not him, is it?
No.
It's Undertaker set up Twitter recently, as I'm sure
Has he
you're
got a
aware.
Twitter?
Yeah,
No,
he's
I
got a
didn't know.
Twitter, but it's not him running it. It's the same as like Iron Sheik. He's
think
got a man.
The
He's
first,
got a
I
man.
like
first
something.
tweet was
'Cause I think-
Dead Man Inc.
I
That's
think-
what Mark would tweet.
I thought Michelle ran his Instagram.
Does she?
Is that right?
Well,
Maybe
I
it's
thought
her.
so because I was like, that just looks like it's because it's quite family based and quite a lot of like.
Ask him.
You know, stuff.
Ask her, sorry, when she's over.
I will. I
He
don't-
shouldn't have Twitter. He's the dead man. He's a literal zombie. Why is he on Twitter?
then,
I
well-
know he's winding down his career. He's got stuff to plug inside the ropes in April, maybe. I don't know.
April,
there
correct.
you go. Tickets are not available.
I was
now.
going to
They've
say I
sold
don't
out.
know. I probably has sold out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to ask Kenny if I can go in the
Oh,
back.
I want to go.
So do I.
I want to go. You'll be there, obviously.
Yeah.
Ask
Do you,
Kenny
is it?
first, will you?
Why? Just
Because it'd
ask
be like a
yourself.
slap. I can't ask to go to the Undertaker one.
Why?
It's
Yeah,
like
you
a
can.
slap in the face, isn't it?
I think he would understand.
Bit too cheeky.
No.
We'll plug it every
Start
week on
what?
that
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Exactly.
Even
just
though the
plug
tickets
it.
are sold out.
Exactly. Tickets are sold out. But like, would you feel fine asking for anyone else? Like
Yeah.
Goldust. Goldust is coming out. I get to spend my birthday with Goldust.
All right.
Is that
dream
not so
come true
exciting?
for him.
No, but Goldust is what got me into wrestling.
You've never
he was
said
the
this
wrestler.
Oh,
before.
the Gimp. You said it last time I was on. The Gimp Goldust got
So
here
the
in a wrestling.
1998 Royal Rumble is like super synonymous for me because that was my first ever wrestling show that I watched.
Yeah.
So
and the
you
first
gonna-
thing I saw was Goldust and Luna,
Coming out
and
with
that's
the-
what.
Are you going to walk up to Dustin Runnels and say, hello, Mr. Dustin, you as a Gimp got me to where I am today?
Exactly. And it's my birthday, so buy me a drink.
What immediately drew you to that specific character, Jen?
Because I was like, what is this weird nonsense?
But you fell in love with it, it's fair to
Absolutely.
say. Yeah. And what about that character really stood out for
To
you?
be fair, it was Luna scared me, and I was like,
Luna
why?
stood out. There's a man with a ball gag in his mouth, probably with a chain, being led along
And I
by
was like,
Luna.
she's only got half a head of hair. Don't get that. I didn't get it.
Now that's all the rage.
I know, right? Undercuts are cool.
She was a trendsetter.
Totes.
Ball gags are next. That's going to be the next
no,
big
because
thing.
they have those like those collars that girls wear,
like
the
slut.
proper. Well, no.
What do they do? They always say, like-
No, not those ones. The ones that've got like the actual like ring there.
That's nice as well.
That's a dirty sex thing. And
It's the ball gag, but it goes the ring in the mouth, right?
so you know more about this than I.
Oh no! I'm just saying. We've all seen it, right? You know the little ring, not big enough to put a cock through it, but Royal Rumble 2018.
I feel sick. Yeah, so moving on, 2018. It was a historic Royal Rumble because this was the first ever history-making Women's Royal Rumble.
I wonder who wrote these
I was
notes.
going to say, this is why I'm like actually so passive-aggressive.
To give it its full title,
I go do it.
2018 Royal Rumble, the pay-per-view featured, the first ever history-making Women's Royal Rumble match brought to you by the incredible Stephanie McMahon. And it was Ronda Rousey's debut.
That is exactly what he's written in these notes.
That's the official title on WWE.com.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's just.
Stop being
But she
that
did
guy.
make it all about her, didn't she? And
She didn't. I think
she
you're
did.
all
She
just
was on
a
commentary.
She had
She
the
was
entire
crap.
roster gather around her when she announced it, Jennifer.
It's not about her.
No, but she
And it was
made
like-
it.
Everyone was
but
surrounding her and going,
If it was about her, because she's
are
the
you
one
gonna say
doing the
next,
talking.
Stephanie?
all the heels and faces, people who were feuding at the time.
join hands because Stephanie told us to. Oh, you're a bitch, but come on. Stephanie said be friends.
And then she was on commentary and she was crap there as well.
You can't forget about China. Oh, no, you can't forget about China.
Yeah.
What a...
Who's trying to make us forget about China?
Get her in the Hall of
Fans.
Fame and then say that against Stephanie.
Good match.
Whoopah!
Good
I'm
match.
like, do you know what? You all know my thoughts.
Yes,
And
we
Stephanie
do.
knows my
And they are
thoughts.
wrong.
Anyway, yes, it was a huge, monumental Royal Rumble.
Yes, it was.
Which would see
Oscar the Grouch win
Oscar.
the Royal Rumble there.
Honestly,
It was a good match.
New Year, we need to stop slagging me.
Where do you stand on this? Because half seem to think Ronda overshadowed Asuka.
Yeah.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I do. Because
And then she did it again, didn't she? I just realised that. Ronda
Well, TLC,
overshadowed
yeah.
again at TLC. I didn't even
Yeah.
make that connection.
No, I think she did because it should have been a huge. Well, it was a huge moment, and then they were in the ring all together, and I don't know. It did take away a wee bit of the shine, which I feel like. I mean, maybe she should have just came on in Raw, and that would have been fine, because it wouldn't have been any damaging for Ronda. Give Oscar time. I thought. I don't know. But don't get me wrong, I still loved it and I was still going bananas. So
It will be interesting to see if this year, this is released on the Monday after Royal Rumble, so the Royal Rumble will have happened by the time this is released. It'll be interesting to see, because one thing I was worried about is that this was so nostalgia heavy because of a lack of depth on the women's roster, I think
Yep.
it's fair to say.
Yeah, fair
I think
enough.
they've addressed a lot of those issues this year, but 30 women is still a big number.
it's
And
still a
I'm-
big number, but the thing is you've got all the people from the Mae Young Classic, who will still be, you know what I mean?
It's
The
Viper will
interesting.
be there.
Apparently so.
Kaylee
Yo,
Ray, maybe?
Skull.
Ray.
Kaylee Ray will be
Yeah,
there. Jazzy
loads.
Jazzy Gilbert.
Jazzy Gilbert, yeah.
Oh,
Is
she
it Gilbert?
alpha female.
Alpha
She's,
female.
she'll always be
Good.
alpha
The
female to
big
me.
German lady.
Undercut. Dead.
Yeah, there you go.
Ruby Riott has a half undercut.
I know she looks
Is that-
great. She's had a new haircut, it's all dyed pinky.
But these are people who casual fans aren't going to be invested in or even familiar with. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think you don't know because casual fans might have watched some of the Mae Young Classic. They did. You don't know.
I hope
You
I'm
don't
wrong.
know. You don't know. But yeah, so who knows what this year will bring. I'm excited though.
Okay, it's the best.
What are you guys
year,
doing?
isn't
It is the best
Screw-
pay-per-view.
Screw WrestleMania.
Yep, exactly. It's the
everything else.
best. What are you guys doing for it? Or what
Should-
will have you
guess.
done?
We're going to sit over in
Oh.
that corner, Jen. We're going to drink some beers and we're going to make knob gags for about 3 hours.
Are we going to settle who's the outright?
We are going to settle who is the
See?
official Cultaholic heavyweight champion.
Well,
Just
you will
down
have
there.
settled it. You will have
Little
settled
Benjamin.
it by now. So, spoilers! You would have settled it.
Yeah.
Well, no spoilers, but
Not spoilers at all. No, we're teasing something that's already happened. They'll know.
But yeah, I can't predict the future.
Go
Can
on,
you?
make a prediction right now for winner of the Royal
Go.
Rumble. Can I say
Oh my gosh, do it right
speculate,
now, do it right now.
Seth Rollins.
All right.
fair enough. Right, okay. Let's.
Charlotte.
Really over.
I think it'd be one of those two, you know.
Do you think?
It's tough.
Do you think?
Because I think they're going for the triple threat at WrestleMania.
It seems that way. Charlotte and all of her marketing stuff in the run-up has been like, yeah, it should be us three. She's really.
If the
involved.
women's rumble
And they
goes
love
on
it.
first, Charlotte's win.
Yeah.
If the men's goes on first, Becky's winning. Boo!
Ding, ding, ding,
Cheer!
ding,
Boo!
I'll be so interested to watch this back.
It's
now.
going to be great.
But we shall move on. January the 29th, 2017, another Royal Rumble, which would see Randy Orton win, becoming a two-time winner. As from his 2009 victory, after he eliminated Roman Reigns.
Poor Roman Reigns in that match, I thought. Trolled we were, the universe. The universe. Us fans watching. Number 30 wasn't announced before the show, and everyone's going, oh, it's going to be a debut in Samoa Joe. It's going to be whoever.
We all did.
And then, despite wrestling already in the night, Roman Reigns was wheeled out just to be crapped on once again.
Yeah, because it was definitely one of these ones, though. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but thinking back, there wasn't that many like super like surprise, like oh my gosh,
I'm
like
sure there was 3 or
entrants.
4 that were like front runners. I can't remember who they were though.
Well, no, because like I
Who
think
was
this
that
was
from NXT?
a
Was that Andrade that year?
no,
Cole was-
no, yeah. it
no,
was
no,
the
no,
year before.
because
This is the big
nobody
one in
had
the
come
Alamo Dome.
up from NXT from that, because that was the whole thing is like who's coming up, and everyone was like Joe, it's definitely going to be Joe.
This is one
but
with
you
the
never.
cards for the big lads.
Yes. Yeah.
Big fan of those
Did
cards.
Big E even get one?
He
A
was
very
like,
athletic
this
man.
This is what proves I'm a fat bastard. He said something like that.
I love
Yeah,
Big E.
poor Roman.
Yeah.
I actually kind of liked him coming out at number 30 because it was like, oh god, they're going to do it again, and then Orton won, and they just, oh god, it's like
Exactly,
Orton again.
it's Orton,
like,
I know.
so boring, Orton. It's
But
good now.
I know exactly, but do you know what? Still saying that, still a Rumble, still enjoyed it. Like,
Oh, yeah, they're always fun.
Just
I can't think of a Rumble that I haven't enjoyed, even like the sort of 95, 96, when
Yeah.
the roster was just like, you've got bloody the Eli Blue or, you know, like
Yeah,
just
it's
a
just
load
your
of crap.
kind of
It's
like
still
a-
fun, isn't it? Because you never know.
It's more just the kind of element of like who's coming, like
Yeah.
you're excited. Yeah, it's great. I love a Rumble. But other things that happened on this Rumble, let's have a look.
Cena Styles.
Oh,
Possibly
yeah.
the best singles match at a Royal Rumble. The best non-Rumble match ever.
It's
I'd
up
go
there.
that far.
It's up there.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
quite
And this
a
year we've got
statement.
Brian AJ, which
That'll
could top
just
it.
be
Could top it because their match at TLC was unbelievable. And
so good. So good. No, I'm actually so looking forward to this Rumble.
Here's a big shock. The club won championships.
I forgot about that. Was that the pre-show?
So,
Pre-show,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was. Oh, God.
that's such a sin, man. But still, they won, and that's delightful.
Owens Reigns with a shark cage
We had
match.
the sexy pinata. The
Jericho was up in the,
45-year-old sexy pinata.
Was this before the Enzo shark cage match or
Yeah,
after?
Before.
Love
This
it.
was after the Ellering one, but before
Yeah.
the Enzo one. This was like the second time you had to go and buy the bastard toy. But now you don't have to do that anymore. Must have sold out.
Well,
Must have worked.
there you go. Moving on, January the 30th, 2005 Royal Rumble we'll go to first. And this was when Batista would be the winner of your...
Just.
Kind of.
Yeah. You know what? I was watching this back the other day, actually. So Batista goes up for the Batista bomb. They stagger backwards and they both fall out of the ring at the same time. And it was so, fortunately, perfectly timed. Because, like, I've also watched back, who was it? Brett and Luger. When they did it.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, okay,
They
I
don't have
think
the
Brett-
camera on that side
Yeah,
of the
they
ring.
did. They did. They
Yeah.
showed the hard cam for it.
Right.
But it wasn't as perfect as this one. This one, it was genuinely bang, both at the same time. They were so lucky. And then Vince comes out, slides in, tears both his
One
quads.
quad in the ring.
One quad in the ring. as
Then he
he's
went.
getting
Then he
up.
went backstage apparently and was walking,
Oh, I
trying to
thought
be
it was
all like
both
Mr.
when he-
McMahon. But I think it was Bruce Pritchard said this. He went backstage with one quad torn and tried to walk it off, and then in doing so,
It's the
and then
most Vince thing
and
I've
then in
ever
doing
heard.
so, all you heard was ah down the corridor, and he'd done the other one.
Was that... Oh...
The panic on his face as he sat on the mat And you see sweat beads starting to form. It's just what a professional. Everyone in that was professional. In fact, Batista, Cena were great. The refs immediately they realised what's happening. Yep. It was him. It was him. It was him. It was so well dealt with, and even with the quads.
Exactly. And trying to get it just like. I mean, it's like wrestling history. That is like a moment in wrestling history, isn't it? But yes, sadly, that's probably what you remember it most for, or what I remember.
I don't know. Take a hide and Reich in a casket match is pretty monumental as well, Jen.
But yeah, so that was 2005. Also, 2011, we had another Royal Rumble on this day. This was when Alberto Del Rio would win, and it was a 40-man Rumble.
It's the thing that we'd all been asking for. Nobody had been asking for.
Why? Why?
Just so they could say it was the biggest ever. That was absolutely it? That was really it. And so the gaps between the entrants were shortened, and it was Del Rio winning was underwhelming.
I mean, you can see why. It's like you've been around at that point for 20 whatever years. Might as well freshen up a bit.
The Rumble, yeah, no, fair enough. But like freshening it up by making it longer, no, I think it's
just
perfect.
the year where Santino nearly won. I think is that 2012.
Yeah, Santino. Yeah. So Del Rio looked like he'd won. He'd eliminated. I can't remember who it was last, but then
Santino Manello was last.
No, he was, but it looked like he had won it. I think his music already started playing, and then the music fades out because Santino has got back in the ring and he's ready to do the Cobra. And then Santino did the great thing with the Elimination Chamber as well, where it looked like he was going to win the title. People loved Santino.
I liked Santino. I thought he was really funny. I thought he was really, really funny.
I agree. You're not a fan?
No, I was never a fan.
No, I don't.
The Hunger Meter.
You love that.
I talk about that all the time.
No, I just think he was like quite funny. Like I just loved his like facial reactions and stuff to things. Like I just thought he had like a really good reactionary presence.
It's like him and our truth. Well, our truth like before now belong in a little corner.
No, Art is always.
Have you seen the promo backstage where Morella is with Cena? I think he calls him John Cena or John Cena or something like that. And Cena corpses. So good. He was funny. He was very well liked, apparently. And legit tough man. And I was watching a shoot interview with him the other day, and he was like, I realised I could just make more money being funny than actually doing wrestling. So I thought, yeah, go for it.
Good. See, smart as well. He's got it all.
He sure does.
He has it all.
Staying with the 13th of January, though, we'll go to 2017. Now, this was the Raw after the Rumble, and this was the kind of moment we all thought would happen the night before, and this was Samoa Joe makes his Raw debut, and it was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous.
Almost tragic, though.
You've got to know this. I don't remember this. You'll have to explain it.
So, Triple H, I think, was cutting a promo with Seth Rollins because they were building to their WrestleMania match. Now comes Samoa Joe to attack Rollins because he's Triple H's NXT hired goon thing. And he tries to hook on a coquina clutch from behind, and in falling backwards, Rollins doesn't like his feet go with him. His feet stayed planted, and he like twists his knee on the way down.
Yeah, it's awkward.
And he made a right mess of Seth Rollins.
Was he hurt?
Yeah. They cast the WrestleMania match in doubt for ages.
I don't remember.
But he wasn't like out for like long, or then like he wasn't.
But it was people were thinking, here we go again, because obviously it was his knee the first time that ruled him out for however long it was.
But yeah, no, this was like. This was an amazing thing. Everyone was kind of expecting to see Joe come up. Again, like I said, in the Rumble, but it was good that he came back, and it was good, and it was such a great for him, like to come in as like Triple H, is like align with Triple H and be that bad guy and like showcase just how amazing a heel Samoa Joe is. It was brilliant, and it was interesting because like before that, like Bayley was the last person from NXT to come up before him, which I didn't realise. And that was like.
Half a year now.
It was like a proper like summer when she came up. So it was like a long time for them to have something.
I didn't realise it was that long.
Yeah, so that it just makes sense. Like
go and watch the pop Bayley got when Sasha revealed her. Yeah, what a mess they've made.
Joe too. Yeah, just a guy who loses when it matters.
Yeah,
that's all he does. He talks a big game very well, well, and then loses all the time. And then he was eliminated first in that Survivor Series match, wasn't he, recently?
Yeah.
After one kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Poor Joe.
Okie doke. So January the 31st, 2000, and we'll go to Raw. And this was a debut. A
lot of debuts.
Loads. But as a kind of one action together. And it was the Radicals. with the Z.
Dun, 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 dun,
it's
dun.
2000.
Come on,
It's
join
a
in.
good theme. It's a good theme.
So yeah, this would see Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero,
Eddie
Guerrero, Perry Saturn, and Dean Malenko all make their debuts.
Yeah. So they were sat front row, jumped the barricade during the tag
Harry
match.
Saturn looked like a hot piece of ass.
Yeah, didn't he
He
have
had a
what was
hat
the
and a
shirt?
shirt and whoa.
Oh yeah, he had the leather flat cap, didn't he?
Tyler Bate is, just
Yeah,
ripping off
that's
Harry
it.
Saturn, isn't he?
He's like, that's my guy.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'll go with
By
that.
dressing like
He's
that.
so super suave.
God, I
Suave.
did at the time of recording the Performance Center thing last week. Do you see what Tyler was wearing?
Oh, those beautiful leather trousers.
They were
Oh,
tight. They were tight.
You're telling me? I was like, there's no way I could get into
I
this.
could
Like,
tell what religion he was. I think I heard Chris Jericho say that.
I've never heard that
Speaking
before. I
about-
like
yeah.
that.
He was young in his career and he was wearing some tights. You could tell what religion he was.
oh my God.
Because at the end of his willy.
Yeah, okay,
But
we
this
got that.
this debut came from or stemmed from a lot of kerfuffle in WCW.
Yeah, so this is like all the stuff like I don't really know like really what happened, right?
So they went on strike. Well, similar.
well, like it's like so Benoit, Malenko, and Saturn were all like a faction in WCW at this time. Yeah, the Revolution,
Right. Okay.
right? And then like I don't understand what made
so
the
they all
bad
had a problem
blood.
with Kevin Sullivan.
Right.
So
okay,
Kevin
so explain it to
Sullivan
me.
was married to Chris Benoit's would-be wife Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Benoit and Nancy had an affair. Sullivan found out and didn't do anything about it because he didn't want to lose his job. And then there would be problems backstage, allegedly, between the two forevermore.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few of them, including Benoit, and I think there must have been a couple more of them, went to the higher-ups in WCW, said, get rid of Kevin Sullivan or we're going. And they said, we're not getting rid of Kevin Sullivan. So like, oh, we're off then. They're like, no, Chris, you stay. We'll put the World Heavyweight Championship on you.
Yeah, 'cause
And
this
then
is
they
it,
put
like,
the title on him and then stripped him of it because they did the whole rebranding, starting again thing.
okay.
And then Chris Benoit buggered off with these three.
Right, you've actually I get
I
it.
think I've got that right.
I think
No,
you're right.
I think that sounds about
right.
it because I just didn't really understand like the whole thing, but that makes sense.
Cool debut, underrated debut, one that
Yeah.
people don't talk about very often when you talk about great debuts. It was really, really good, and 4 unbelievable talents there.
Yeah.
And also on that show, Hervina
This is-
won the Women's Championship, which is funny.
Her Venus,
it's,
Harvey
um,
Wibbleman, right?
Because
Yeah.
it's a man with a
Because it's
woman.
a man. Also on that show, really notable, it was Kurt Angle and The Rock. Well, The Rock defeated Kurt Angle, and it was Angle's first pinfall loss in WWF.
Which must break your heart.
It does.
Because you've got a weird fascination with Angle, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
From that period of time.
And you know, like this is prime Angle. This is it. I'm actually like, so you know how like Molly and Wolfie they got engaged.
Molly Spartan and
Yeah.
Wolfgang,
Have you got
right?
engaged to Kurt Angle?
No, but right, so see, ages ago when they first started dating, I called that they were going to get married, and I was like, we can have a wrestling wedding, and I was like, I'll need to get a hat, like as you do when you say that, like, oh, I need to buy a hat, and then
Yeah,
I
I
went,
always say that.
I'm going to get a tiny cowboy hat and goes Kurt Angle to your wedding. And
Have
she
you
was
got
like,
to do it now?
yeah. But she was like, you could be a bridesmaid, and she was like, but I'll dress you in red, white, and blue with a wee cowboy hat.
So is this the sort of thing where they've gone, yeah, Jen will have a wrestling wedding. You're going to rock up in this Kurt
She-
Angle inspired attire. You're going to be the
Absolutely.
only person.
We've- everyone's got a
You
role.
suck. Everybody else tuxedos.
Everybody's got a role in it. Like honestly, Veronica.
That's what they've told you, Jen. This
Yeah.
could end very
You're going to
poorly.
rock up and everyone's
Kenny's going to be Linda.
Oh,
And
she's
then-
in the chair.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
he's
then
pissing
he's
now.
coming down the aisle as a ring bearer. Kenny's Linda, and then Big Ollie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
inside the room. He's going to be dressed up as Trish.
He's the hairiest man I've ever
I
seen.
know
He's a
it.
gorilla.
This is going to be the best wedding ever.
Can you live stream it, please? I need to see
Absolutely.
this.
They have lied to you, surely.
Yeah.
You're going to be the only one in wrestling. Get up there. Everyone else will be
Honestly,
dressed
I'll be there with
normally.
my gold medals and my sack.
We used to do this to my mate Tom. We say, "Oh, it's whatever's birthday today, so come dressed up."
Don't. I'm
And
that guy.
we got him like 4 or 5 times. My favourite, he turned up as one of the Wurzels. You know, I've got a brand new
I've got
combine
my
harvester straw hat. It's in dungarees, in Weatherspoons. Right, Tom. Oh, guys, you've done it again.
Oh, Tom
That's
is my
you.
spirit animal. That is me. Everyone does that to me. Oh my goodness.
Do they? Give an example.
Oh well, no. I always just get like I have been told like the whole like turn up is like a dress up thing. What did I dress up as? It was like a 118 guy or something like that. But it was in somebody's house, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, people tell me things and I believe it.
You've mentioned before you're very gullible.
Oh, yeah. Like
Something
to the point.
we should be exploiting a lot more, I feel.
Now I know that it's going to be
You
good.
know that one where it was like the whole joke, and it's like, does gullible, when you say it slowly, sounds like cheese. That has caught me out twice.
Jesus Christ, Jen.
Twice.
Let's go on to the next one, please.
Moving on. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Round of applause.
I swear. February the 1st. Happy February, everyone.
This isn't something to celebrate. This is quite tragic.
It's happy anniversary.
No, this was happy.
If you have a child and it lives for 6 shows, you still celebrate its birthday. That's all I'm saying. That's what I feel like now. Because happy birthday, and I've verified this is actually true because it felt a lot earlier in January when it actually happened. But no, it was February the 1st.
February the 1st.
5-star wrestling.
I just like
debuts
I feel as if I can't
on
even
Free
do,
Sports.
I can't do it justice, Ross. I feel as if this is your thing.
My favourite wrestling promotion. It was also the debut of the Tap or Snap Championship, won by Mark Haskins. The Tap or Snap Championship, Jennifer.
What?
Tap or Snap.
Tap or snap.
What?
Isn't it something that Benoit used to have on his shirts?
Potentially, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was.
But it's just
So
unbelievable.
5-star had existed for a few years before this. They
5-star
released
had-
a 5-star video game. And then this is when they got the TV deal. This was Monday Night Wars 3.0, I guess, after TNA's attempt.
on a Thursday. Though.
On a on a channel that's only available in the UK that only certain set-top boxes can receive. But it was a huge night, and it's something that sparked a
can I just
passion.
say, it was a huge thing. See, in the wrestling community, like actual workers and stuff, it was huge.
Yeah, 'cause
because
they
it
got
was
paid
actually
well.
getting paid proper money, not like indie money. Because trust me, there's no money in the indies.
See, this is what 5-star did. Elevated everybody to
But this is it.
superstardom.
Everybody was like, this was a big buzz for them. And I remember being like backstage in the locker rooms and everybody was like, yes, 5-star payout.
Let's go down the card from the top.
This is the
from
build.
the bottom, sorry.
I should make it clear. This is the build card for the night. It didn't exactly go off like
No,
this.
I don't remember seeing Brian Cage
No,
there.
he wasn't there.
Right, so where this is just 5-star all over. Right, so where was this? Where did this one come from?
This night took place in the United Kingdom. I don't know.
We were trying earlier on to work out where the shows
Was this
were.
Liverpool?
It was either Liverpool, it wasn't
It wasn't Belfast. It wasn't Newcastle. 'cause we were there.
Manchester, Newcastle. We were there.
Motherwell.
Motherwell was the
Motherwell was
tournament.
before.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
it,
that was
sorry.
the
That was the start of the 128-man tournament.
Yeah.
64? 128? No, it's 128. It was 128. There was a different prize
more
in
than
the
whatever
64.
tournament WWE had announced recently around that time. So Cruiserweight Classic, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, probably.
That CM Punk was going to participate in for $1 million spread over about 400 dates.
Oh, yeah.
Won by Johnny 5-star, Johnny Impact, Johnny Nitro, John Morrison. 5-star wrestling, the gift that keeps on giving. Anyway,
Well,
it gives me a lot of gifts.
Honestly, you love it. Right, carry on.
So
run
would
down the
you if
card.
you'd seen it.
You know what? I wish I
We
had.
have to say on camera, Jen did not see a single second of 5-star wrestling.
No, I know.
And that makes me question if you even like wrestling.
Honestly, like, it's just, I feel as if we talk about it so much here.
Because we do. I bring it up at every
Exactly. So
given
therefore,
opportunity.
I don't really feel like I need to. Plus,
but you need to see the action.
well, I hear
the
that.
crowds.
Women-
It was
The
3
pops.
hours
Ooh.
every Thursday for about 5 or 6 weeks, maybe.
I just hear
3
that.
hours every Thursday.
That-
Prime time action.
Well, sometimes it went 3 hours. Sometimes they didn't get their timings quite right, and it would cut short or go long and get cut off
Why was this
prematurely.
like so bad? Like, why was it just such a?
What do you mean bad?
Not bad.
It was so... I'm just going to come clean. It was so bad, it was sensational.
But why was it so like?
It was a mess.
It was an
Why,
absolute
though?
mess. And
How?
a travesty from... Because... It's like all the gear but no idea.
But
that
this is
sort
the
of thing.
thing. Like, you look at who's on this, right? There's some actual brilliant talent on this.
There
Yeah.
is.
Like,
Definitely.
really brilliant talent. How could somebody mess it up so much?
All the
We'll
gear
say no more.
and no idea.
We'll say-
That's as good as you can put it. But yeah, we
Let's
saw...
run down it. Let's run down it.
The English Lion Eddie Ryan came into my life against Jake Hager, who of course became my favourite professional wrestler during this time, thanks to his promos. It's a joke. It's a funny, he would say.
It's a joke.
I think I'm just digging myself a hole here.
It's
The 5-star championship match of the night saw Rob Van Dam against John Morrison.
Morrison retained that one. He
did.
would later drop the belt to
Jake Hager. He would finish 5-star wrestling as the final champion.
By the time this goes out, he will be an accomplished Bellator athlete also.
Oh,
26th,
really?
he makes his debut at Bellator 214, I think it
He's
is.
fighting some old bloke or something, right?
I don't know if
I
he's
don't know
old.
who it is.
Yes, he is old and bald. He still probably kick the crap out of us, though. He's getting sunk to the ring by R-Truth, which is a real thing that's happening.
Shut the front door. I'm there. Yes.
It happens the same time as Takeover, though, so you might have to miss that.
Prioritise, Jen. R-Truth and Jake Hager, or...
I'm only going for R-Truth. I can turn off straight after.
Are you going, are you?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Between the channels. I need to see R-Truth, though, my boy. Sorry, carry on.
We saw the debut of the tag team of El Ligero and Jody Fleisch against Big Grizzly and Dave Mastiff.
I think they lasted one show.
Couple, I think.
Liggs
We
and-
saw them in Newcastle,
But
didn't we?
they're all...
Were they teaming together? They're old.
I said they're all good.
Oh yeah, no, they're all good. No, we're not complaining about them.
We saw the
old,
Masters
they're
of
old.
We saw the Masters of Cool.
Who are the Masters of Cool, Ross?
It's Carlito Caribbean Cool and Chris Masters. He won't come to your front door. Against Adam Maxted and
And you-
Charlie which
you
were
could
called
tell.
like Muscular Money or something, weren't they? That tag team name.
Oh, I want to say Cash Money Erkin then. What were they called? Max Money.
Max Money.
You could really tell that it meant a lot to Chris Masters and Carlito because they went all out in
They
these
broke
matches. They really
many
cared.
sweats.
They were workhorses.
They didn't really.
No, I picked up on that sarcasm, like.
But it was great because you see all of these
I need to
American
watch this.
you
I
see
do
all of
need to
these
watch
American
this.
names in the top matches. Well, it bred to a very realistic and well done story. It was Zach Gibson was like, no, not these American fools coming in and ticking our jibs. I'm gonna get myself a real championship belt and I'm gonna become the champion because I'm British. He got himself the real
wrestling. Was
the
it called?
real the 5-star real championship or something it was called.
Yeah, it was great.
And he had that belt just because the Americans were taking all the spots the British should have.
Yeah, but that
Fight the
wasn't
power.
planned. It was very clear that Zach Gibson got a mic and is brilliant, obviously. So
Obviously, yeah.
he did a promo and then they worked it in, which is clever.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
the right thing to do. Gibson was the star of the show. Every single night, Gibson was absolutely
That's
fantastic.
because he is an absolute star.
When Jake Hager wasn't on, he was the star.
Yeah. he absolutely pulled Hager's pants down.
Yeah.
The promos, the back and forth, you can just see Gibson
I'm
just going,
sorry, but there is nobody in the UK as good at promo as Zach Gibson.
Agreed, yeah.
Apart from when Jake Hager's over here.
Yeah, true.
You tell your mother to follow me on Twitter. That's a stuff he
Shut,
would
that was
say.
not a quote, was
Yeah.
it?
It was, yeah.
I need to watch this. I need to
What
watch
was
this.
Have you got free sports?
something
I'm good at it.
French fries you would be talking about when he's meant to say French fries. There's a supercut that I have on my PC that I might share once this episode has gone live.
do.
If people
Please.
want to tweet me and say, Ross, please share that video, I will, because I'll have
Please
forgotten
do.
by
I
now.
want to see exactly. I
Made
can't
by Big Dick Tubbs, who was still in Japan as we're sat here now.
TikToks.
Big Dick Tubbs.
remember. Little lad.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this actually does sound monumental. I will go and watch
It's
it.
the only time it'll be brought up on This Week in Wrestling because, you know,
What about when it dissolves, when the company dissolves? That's probably worth.
I should find out when that is.
I was
That's
gonna
sort of
say, that'll be-
WrestleMania time, isn't it? We'll have to like.
No,
scrap
it'll
what
be like what if it's 6 weeks?
In the middle of
so
March,
it'll be
Oh,
beginning of
yeah.
March.
Balls.
No, that's
No,
fine.
we'll talk about it. Don't worry. We'll run
We
down our
will
favourite
talk about
moments
it.
again.
We'll have a tribute show.
I'd
Oh,
love to
bloody
see.
hell.
I'd love
That's
to
what we
see-
should do,
I'd
our
love to see
favourite bits.
the retention.
Let's do a tribute show. That'll be nice.
Oh, how? Get some French cries in. I've realised I'd just love to see the retention on this part of the video just to see how many people have stuck with
Exactly,
it.
just gone like done, skip.
But I know some people have jumped on the old 5-star bandwagon because we bring it up so often.
Are you a 5-star fan?
Huh?
Let us
No.
know.
No, they're not. Shut up about it, please.
Moving on.
Rest in peace, 5-star.
So February the 2nd, 2010 we'll go to. And this was, so sad. Well, because like we're on to WWE CW.
It was a mercy killing.
It was. This was basically Vince McMahon appearing to shut down the brand. But to give birth to the new idea.
What did he call it? Groundbreaking and original. He called this new NXT show, which was neither of those.
Yeah,
things.
this isn't the NXT that we know and love today. We should point
this
out
was the game
this
show.
is,
This was the game show NXT.
That lasted, what, 5-6 seasons? And it was
2, I think, wasn't it?
No,
I think it actually went on a bit longer.
Than that.
Even though they already had Tough Enough going, like, for 2001.
Yeah, but Tough Enough didn't have obstacle courses and
Singing
whiteboards.
contests.
And that's
where
what was going wrong.
Exactly. Groundbreaking, as you
That
said.
was the thing. But yeah, but like to be saying this, like as much as like NXT the game show was not what it was lived up to be, and was it worth taking away WWE CW?
Yeah, because that was bad too.
It was
It was bad.
And
but
PG was coming in; they couldn't do the stuff that.
Well, apparently Vince only brought back ECW to kill the chance that would happen every single time something slightly hardcore would happen on one of his shows. Yeah. I've seen this rumor.
Really? So like anything, like you could just fly it in
so
there?
he brought it back and apparently made it so bad, which to me makes no sense from a business point of view. Like, why would you sabotage a few of your dollars like that just to get rid of a chance?
But I've heard that in business, like in other contexts, like you do sabotage some things to like push the other thing.
And he did do things on the CCW to like have that sort of be true, like make himself the champion, just to seemingly piss off people on purpose.
We've seen it countless times, the sort of pushing of wrestlers who arguably would make less money than other wrestlers that are more popular with fans. I think that's fair to say. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well,
Rest in
who
peace,
knows?
ECW.
Yeah.
At least we've seen it come back about 50,000 times in various promotions.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, next.
Yes, and then now look at it. So it's something we all love now. Right, February the 3rd, and it's 1989. Oh, and it's a breakup.
It's not a breakup. It's an explosion.
It's an explosion. The Mega Powers explode on main event. So yeah, this would basically see the kind of the downfall of Hogan, Savage, the Miss Elizabeth, the start of this whole triangle.
Just because Randy thought that Hogan was, and then he said the D word there, fornicating with his wife.
What's the D word?
Dicking.
Diddling.
That's different.
Oh, I
That's a
can't
different
believe you said that. I was like,
it's in the Cultaholic
I thought you were
wrestling.
just doing.
Okay, healing. You're healing his wife.
Diddling. Fornicating.
No,
Hawking.
cuddling his wife.
Canoodling.
Canoodling. There you go. So basically it would be a match on main event between the Mega Powers and the Twin Towers. And during the match, Randy Savage was thrown out the ring by Akeem onto Elizabeth. Hogan then, being the gent, would pick up Elizabeth, take her backstage, make sure she was all right.
He
Come
was a
back.
dick.
But
Hogan was in the
this has
wrong,
been
man.
building for months because at SummerSlam they had when Elizabeth and Hogan in the ring going, whoa, together, and Randy's like, how bro, what are you doing with me, missus? That's exactly what he would say there. What am I doing with my life? But yeah. This had been building for a long, long time.
Yeah, we've been hinted at and stuff. And yeah, basically, it would just cause this whole big implosion and a big fight broke out, and that was WrestleMania 5.
So they went backstage
Sorted.
and Elizabeth on a stretcher and Manny was like, ooh, no, you okay? And then Hogan was doing
Hogan's
that.
like,
and then Randy
ringing,
came
and
back.
he comes and he's like, stop it,
And they
like this is my
started fighting
missus.
while she was on the stretcher.
Yeah, but like I say, that's WrestleMania 5 sorted. There's your main event.
Ooh.
lads. So there you go. So that was that. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. That's fine.
Two men fighting over a woman.
Those are the days, eh? There's deaths.
There's deaths.
Oh, 3 there, Jen.
Sorry. I know they're sad though. Okay, so on the 31st, in 1999, we would lose Giant Baba. Obviously, All Japan founder. He was 61. I don't
Big
know
lad.
much.
For a guy with
61
gigantism.
feet tall.
Yeah. Was he that?
Especially for 61 feet tall. Are you mental, Jen?
How tall do you think you are,
I
roughly?
said it out loud. When I
Sort
was
of 42
thinking it.
feet, I think you are, Jen. So he was taller than you.
What?
Just by a head, though.
Yeah, just a couple of double-decker buses. Yeah, he was. He lived quite a long time, considering when he was born and the illness that is gigantism. He lasted quite a long time, as you say. Founder of All Japan, a promotion which still runs today.
Totally.
And a loss.
A very big loss. And also on the 1st of February in 2010, we would lose Jack Briscoe, who was 68
Shooter.
at the time.
Apparently, go and watch back his matches if you like proper catch can wrestling. That was his
I
style.
like that expression. Where did that come from? Catch can. I'm going to look that up afterwards. Yeah, he was NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
One of the Briscoes, obviously. And he
WWE
sold,
Hall of Famer now.
him and Gerald sold Georgia Championship Wrestling to Vince. Is that right?
Got no idea.
I think so.
It was definitely Georgia.
Had a car mechanic shop.
Yes.
Yeah, the three of them did.
Briscoe
didn't
Body
they?
Shop. Yeah.
Yep. And then also on the 2nd of February, sadly, we would lose Gino Hernandez.
There's a guy that I don't know that much about, but his death is very contentious.
death
It was ruled initially
sad.
as a homicide, and then it was later said it was just an overdose. But a lot of wrestlers still believe it was a homicide because he had sort of 3 times a lethal dose of cocaine in his system.
Yeah, it was a cocaine
and he
overdose.
was running in some pretty dodgy circles.
He was only 28 as well.
I was going to say,
I didn't know he was that
he was
young.
supposed to be one of the next big things in wrestling.
He was the world class championship wrestling champion.
Yep.
And yeah, he was only 28. So super sad. I didn't go into detail when I was reading about it because again, it's a name I've heard, but not much and not a lot. And I was kind of reading into it, and I was like, this is actually really sad. It's something that I kind of want to pay attention to. So.
Sure.
Yep, so sadly we lost them. But we do have birthdays and lots of
We've got,
them.
a lot here.
Honestly, January, February is wild for the birthdays. Anyway, let's crack on. 28th, happy can't believe he's 41, by the way, what a babe. Happy 41st birthday to Sheamus.
We're not watching that show. Right.
I love Sheamus.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Oh, yeah,
he's a really funny guy.
He's definitely someone I think I could
I'd like to go for
Good
a pint
one.
with Sheamus.
get on with.
Yeah, he's just good crack, as the Irish say.
Totally. No, just a lot of love for Sheamus.
Yeah, you can tell he's winding his career now down because
yeah.
he started marketing other things on his social
Yeah,
media
totally,
profiles.
totally.
And
And it's
he'll be
doing
very
really
successful.
well.
Yeah, whatever he does, he'll be successful. Funny
Totally.
guy. And somebody, as a WWE champion, it sort of came out of nowhere and a bit too soon. But just
I think he's severely underrated, me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Do
He
you know,
had
I
that
loved
stigma
him.
3 or 4 years ago with his name for some reason when he was the Money in the Bank holder and the world champion. But I think when he's gone, because especially now the bar as well.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's his
But
best
it was
work.
he definitely did when he was having his big singles push. There was a lot of hatred for him, and he was
It
seen
was
as
a Daniel
but
Bryan
he was-
thing, a lot of it as well.
as well. I think he was always kind of seen as the one for the kids. It was always somebody I saw. I loved him, but I felt as if other wrestling fans would be like, oh, he's one for the kids.
Sure,
Do you know what I mean? But I loved him. So happy 41 as well. Oofed. Amazing. Happy birthday.
Oofed.
Oofed, yeah, he's a
I've never
babe.
heard someone say that in real life. I've heard Scottish
Oofed.
people, or I've seen them say it. It's like, oh, there's a nice picture of who's
Oofed.
handsome. David Duchovny. Oof.
David Duchovny.
It was
Mulder is your
on
exactly.
Why
Mulder
was that
from
my go-to?
X-Files,
Ryan Gosling.
Californication.
Oofed.
No
But
You know
idea.
Mulder and Scully, ginger lass.
No
and
idea.
X-Files.
He's a good-looking
Never
lad.
seen it.
He is a good looking
He was
guy,
in
but that's your
Evolution, I think,
go-to.
the film with the shampoo.
That
Was he
is
in that? He was in
yes.
that? Yeah, great
That is
film.
your go-to.
Yep,
Nice.
happy birthday to David Duchovny. Maybe.
Also on the 28th, happy 44th to Shark Boy.
I know who Shark Boy is, but who was Shark Boy? Who was under that mask? Is this going to be a big reveal? I don't know who
I
it
don't
was.
know. I just know him as Shark Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. 44.
At
That's old for a
44.
shark, though. 44. Oh, here he is.
Oh,
Round of applause again.
Bob Holly.
Bob Holly.
You're a big Bob
oh,
Holly
you
fan.
missed one.
Have I?
No?
28th, 31st. Happy birthday to Sanada.
We've not got that on here.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
know how
on here.
that's happened.
Oh well.
I've
Happy
done it.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Sonada.
Okay, 29th. Now you can have your moment. Happy 56th birthday
Well done, Bob.
to Bob Holly.
Good old
One
Bob.
of the best drop kicks in the biz. No.
I know.
No.
It's just what everybody says, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hell of a guy.
Hell of a
Bit
guy.
angry. Good
Yeah.
drop kick.
Happy birthday, Bob Holly. On the 30th, happy 32nd birthday to Becky Lynch.
Now, it's important you note here, millennial.
Millennial.
You get a lot of stick for saying this, don't you?
But
Complaining about millennials. They miss the point.
People don't get the irony that I'm saying, I am a millennial. I know this. I was born in 1992. That makes me a millennial. I don't have the mindset and the grasp
She's
on.
not a millennial.
She is.
Yeah, she is.
Because she was born in 19.
No, she wasn't. She was born in 87, as was I.
Yeah, you're a millennial. I looked this up the other day. It goes up to
it's like 90
34
plus.
or something. 90 plus.
No,
like
generation.
born in 1990 up. That's millennial.
That's Generation Y.
That's millennial.
That's
isn't it?
Generation Y, my pal.
Am I a millennial?
You are.
I only found that from some dodgy
because-
website. I'm not sure if there is a...
that can't be because I was the last generation that played outside. Like, so there's not a chance.
No, my generation played outside.
What?
No, but then it was like we didn't have like internet like readily available. Like
I
in
didn't really have
school and
internet
stuff
until
like
about
that.
2004, maybe. We had dial-up until then at home.
We
That
didn't
is
have
internet.
any.
I know, but it's not like staying and
We
playing the
didn't have
PS4.
internet. We had dial-up. 56k modem.
It's not like staying and playing
It's
the
like
PS4.
we didn't have
is it?
Nintendo. We had
We had Game Boys.
But
Yeah.
just to clarify, I know I'm a millennial. I just, don't have the mindset and grasp on what's popular these days.
Happy
like
birthday,
the kids
Becky
do.
Lynch.
Happy birthday. Hell of a
Exactly,
year.
the man.
Choke your
exactly.
dads or whatever.
And
Love
maybe the winner of last night.
Can't believe you just said that.
Obviously.
I'm so glad
Choke
you
your
talked
dads.
to- Stop it.
That's what they say.
Right.
They do say
on
that,
the
don't they?
30th,
It's
happy.
relatable content, Jen.
Oh, no one relates. No one. On the 30th, happy 36th birthday to Drake Maverick.
No, I think that's a typo, even though I made these notes.
I
He's
thought he was like
36.
40 or
36.
something.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, he's
So he's
not. He's
12?
like not that.
Well, he's just been on the British wrestling scene forever. I guess he was
but
about 12 when he started.
He was
yeah.
about 12 when he started.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's only a couple of years older than
Wonder
me.
what moisturiser he uses.
Why?
He looks
Good
great.
skin.
He looks young, didn't he?
Aye,
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
No, he looks great. So happy birthday, Spud. On the 31st, Giant Gonzalez would have been 53.
62 feet tall. This lad.
Just a wee bit
boy.
taller.
Yeah.
Also on the 31st, Fit Finley.
Why are you skipping over Giant Gonzalez? Let's talk about
sorry,
Giant
talk about
Gonzalez.
Giant-
No, we don't have to.
I'm like, carry on.
Bodysuits.
I'm like, there's still
WCW
loads to
better.
go.
Was he
That's fine.
naked?
Yeah, I think that was the idea. He just had loads of pubes.
Or
Didn't
did he not just
So
have like
could-
a hairy
No.
loincloth thing?
No, I think he was meant to be naked and had a tremendous.
Like a
so you couldn't
Sasquatch.
see the cock because the pubic hair was covering the cock.
So he had a nipple.
A nipple.
A
Yeah,
giant-
maybe that was the idea.
Had a
He had a
nipple,
very small
nipple
penis.
peni.
So I don't know. Fit Finley though.
61. Hell of an age.
Happy birthday, Fit Finley, on the 31st. Oh man, my head. On the February the 1st.
Or is it Generation X? It's Generation X or Generation
Gen
Y
X,
from
Gen
1990 onwards.
Gen
Gen
X is like
X.
Just
isn't that
Gen
like New
XT?
Cola? No, what was that Coca-Cola thing that they launched?
Generation,
What was
yeah.
that called? Buzz Cola? I don't know what it was called. Somebody will let me know in the
Cola, that's
comments.
something.
to cover my arse if someone just...
Max Headroom and all that stuff. That's creepy.
know.
Whatever.
But then why are you saying Ronda Rousey, who's also 32, is apparently not a millennial?
Because have you not been watching Raw recently, Jennifer? She's been taking the piss out of Becky Lynch for being a millennial, when she's 2 days younger.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've not seen that.
Yeah.
Oh well, happy birthday. I can't believe they're both the same age. as
Thank
me.
you, Rhonda, by the way, once again.
That's wild. Yes.
She's
Lord
out.
and Saviour.
Yeah.
Back to being Lord of Saviour,
She's
despite the
done-
fact that she likes her own tweets.
She's done well twice this past year for me. First of all at SummerSlam.
That's twice.
First of all at SummerSlam, second of all at TLC.
Well done, Rhonda. Happy birthday.
Great woman.
On the 2nd of February, happy 39th birthday to Teddy Hart.
I can't believe he's 39. He was. I remember 10 years ago people saying he was going to be the next big thing. He was going to be massive. And apparently backstage problems, he's a bit of a nutter, isn't he?
Was that what it was?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
He did the flip off the cage for no reason, didn't he? A load of times. Yeah, he's a bit odd. Great wrestler though. And he
Yeah.
was doing stuff that I'd never seen before when I was watching it.
So happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Also
Sorry for
on the
slagging you off there,
2nd of
calling you a
February,
nutter.
happy birthday to Isla Dawn.
She's doing all right for herself as well.
She's doing very well. So happy birthday to Ellen, 25. On the 2nd of February, happy 35th birthday to Brian Cage.
Who must be cursing his luck.
Why?
Because he didn't appear on 5-star right? Despite being booked.
Oh dear, on his birthday as well, was it? Oh, it was 1st
Day
of
after.
February.
Hell of a way to celebrate them.
There you go. On the 3rd of February, happy 60th birthday to Haku.
Our pals,
Grandfather. his
adopted uncle-father thing.
Oh yeah, you were talking about this the other day. He's not actually his father.
Apparently, Haku's not Tama Tonga's biological father. It's like
How?
an adopted uncle, like come on in and I'll raise you sort of thing.
So who's his
You know how
actual
it goes.
dad?
I don't know.
No, like.
Mr. Tonga, somewhere.
So what? But I thought it was his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so someone in here did research and they found out that it's not.
Can you not just ask him
not
since he's like your
biological.
best pals now?
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
No. Ask him at the street party. Be like, so.
I don't think
Are
I'm
you
gonna be
going?
there.
Are you going? Never mind. Also, on the 3rd, happy 59th birthday to Marty Jannetty. Hope you're having a lovely day.
Yep.
On
That's a sensible one, Marty.
I'm not
Behave
saying
yourself.
anything. Don't know. Marty's going to get mad with it. He's going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Shagging his own daughter.
There we
and
go.
everything.
There it is. I was
No.
turn around it, but
We've said it before, haven't we?
yeah, we have loads
Yes,
of times.
On the 3rd,
Every
also.
time it's never about the barbershop window or anything.
I know, I'm
It's
like
about
that.
him
You could
porking
just-
his bloody dog.
Is that.
No, just to
He
clarify.
didn't do it. He asked if it was all right.
He asked if it was all right to fornicate with somebody who he believed could be his own biological daughter.
The answer is no, Marty.
But
Glad that's
also,
cleared
it's
up.
important to know that Marty Jannetty was a fantastic wrestler.
Yeah, really.
Just had no crack whatsoever.
Yeah. And while Jen's
Sorry.
having a
On
time.
the 3rd, it would have been Kerry Von Erich's birthday. No,
Could you copy and paste these things in right if you're going to fiddle with them next time? Dory Funk Jr., 7 years of age.
Oh, I must have just missed the last bit.
78.
Is he? Oh,
He's 78.
you got the original. Yeah,
I
lucky.
must have been.
All I've done is
But
copy
you've
and paste
just
it. I don't know what's
actually
happened.
skipped right over Kerry Von Erich, who would have been 50.
Oh yeah,
by
totally.
this point.
Amazing athlete.
Yep, and then February 3rd, also Dory Funk Jr., 78. There you go.
Birthdays.
Birthdays, that's the good birthdays.
I know we should add 5-star wrestling to this to be one.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true,
you made quite a point about that earlier. But anyway, that has been This Week in Wrestling, and we will see you next week for more birthdays and wrestling.
Do the hustle!
She's not involved.
Can't
See
be
you
in it.
later.
Pachini Tweds. No Jen in there.
So that has been This Week in Wrestling. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so here. If you like what we do here at Cultaholic, then please join our Patreon at patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and join us.